everyone. In this video, we'll study the chapter 10 of class 3rd mathematics, that is play with patterns. Now I have been repeating it many of times that by patterns we mean which have something in similar. Suppose I'm making a square, a rectangle and then a triangle as well as a circle. If I continue the same order to draw the shapes, that means I'm following a pattern. I have been giving this example only so that you're clear with your concept. So once you know what exactly patterns is, the questions seem to be easier to you. So let us begin with the chapter now. It says in everyday life we see many pictures. For example, the tiles in our washroom, the bamboo wires or anything, a snake, sometimes a giraffe, and there are so many things which have patterns. So now you need to look around and tell 3 things which follow a certain kind of a pattern. So you can say a zebra or the staircase or maybe your mother's sari, they all have a pattern. So you look around and type any of the 3 things which you are finding near you which are following some pattern. So this is how pattern goes. Next in the book we have, hello, I'm Pallavi and she lives in Jaipur. Now the city is known for cloths with block prints. Have a look at some of the block prints of Jaipur. So basically Jaipur is a state of India which is famous for the cloths having block prints on it. Now block prints is done by taking certain blocks and printing them on a cloth. So basically what happens is when we put the blocks on the cloth, it follows a certain kind of a pattern. So that is why we call it as block printing. So we are looking at some of the designs, beautiful designs which are made through block printing. So now we need to see that these designs have been made using the block in different types. So now when we look at the design carefully, we can see that all the designs are made by using one single block but using that block in different ways. Suppose I'm using a block which is straight and I'm tilting it towards right or I'm tilting it towards left, that's the change in the shape of it, but the block remains the constant. So can we have a pattern in the way each block is repeated? So when we clearly see the pattern in the above, we can see that first the block is kept turned towards this side and then towards the opposite side. So this is the pattern being followed. In such ways you can also try your own block printing, use the block in different ways and then look at the pattern you follow. Then we have pictures in a pattern. So now this girl has made some patterns of pictures and she has used a rule for each pattern. So what the rule for the pattern is, there is one girl after every 2 boys, then this is repeated. So she says that the rule for her pattern is 2 boys and a girl. So there is one girl after 2 boys. Now whenever we make a pattern, we need to have a certain rule for our pattern. That is, we cannot simply draw anything and say it is a pattern. As I said, it has to make something in common, so that's why we need to have a rule, and this is the rule of this pattern. So in the second pattern, what she has done is one arrow is up and one arrow is down. So this is the way she is representing the pattern in the second question. Then we have practice time. So practice time we have many questions. I'll help you do any 2 of them so that you are able to know how to answer these questions, and the other 4 you need to do it on your own so that the concepts about the patterns is clear to you. So the first one is, first we have a blue pot, then a red, then a blue pot again and the red pot again. So the rule here is that one blue pot and one red pot, they are going towards a pattern. So after the ending we have the red pot, so the next will be a blue pot again. In the second question we have A, B, A, B. So whenever you see a pattern and you need to complete it, just look at the pattern and try to find the rule which it is following. So when we look here, it's A, B. That means it's 1B after every 2A. So the pattern here is ending with B, thus we need to write 2 A's again, A, B to complete the pattern. In the similar way, you need to complete the rest of the patterns. Then we have growing patterns as well. Now what we mean by growing patterns is, suppose I draw one apple here, then I draw 2, then I draw 3, then I draw 4. So now I am following a pattern and I am increasing the rule of my pattern is I am increasing the number of apple by 1 every time. So that's a growing pattern, that is increasing the numbers. So similarly the girl has done in her book. what she is doing is she has made a new pattern. There is one arrow which is pointing towards down, but there is something more exciting in her pattern. In the second number, though there are two arrows, but they both are pointing towards the upward direction. So what she is doing is, she is making a growing pattern as well, but she is also changing the directions of the arrow. So after two arrows pointing upwards, she next draw three arrows pointing downwards. So we also need to try this. So there are three questions. I'll let you know how to answer them. I'll tell you one, and then the next two you need to do it on your own. So the first is one single square. Then we draw 4 squares, and then finally we draw 9 squares. So what exactly we are doing is, we are adding one more row and one more column each time to the box. So similarly, when we make the fourth one, it will look like this. Then here is your space to make your own patterns. So suppose I made this pattern over here. Now you need to make your own creative patterns so that you know how to make patterns and you can easily find the rule about the patterns. Then we have number patterns as well. So what happens is, in number patterns is, rather than the shapes, we are using numbers. Rest everything remains the same. So we have made some patterns with pictures already, and now we are going to do the same thing with numbers. So it's 21, 41, 61, and then we have 81 and 101. So what we are seeing is, the next number is adding, it's getting added by 20. So after 101, we'll have 121. So we got the rule of the pattern. Similarly, we did it in the shapes. So whenever you see a pattern, whether it's a shape pattern, it's a growing pattern or a number pattern, just try to find the rule first. So then we have some more patterns, and we need to look at them and find that which will be the next number. So I'll do 2 to 3 questions for you, and the rest you need to complete on your own, thus practicing more and more questions. So for the first question, I say 51 and then it's 56. Then it's 61 and then it's 66. So what are we doing actually? When we add 51, when we add 4 to 51, how much will we get? We'll get 55. But the next number is 56. So when we add 5 to 51, how much will we get? 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. But if we again add 5 to 56, we get 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. When we add 5 to 61, we'll get 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. And this is how the pattern is going. Thus the rule is, we are adding 5 to it. So after 66, we have 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. The 71 will be the next number. Then we have 7, 21, 28, 35. So when we take the table of 7, it goes like 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14, 7 threes are 21, and 7 fours are 28. So we see that 7 is written here. We have a blank, and 7 threes are 21, 7 fours are 28, and 7 fives are 35. So the second blank will be filled with 14. So this is how you need to find the rule and complete the rest of the patterns given in your textbook, so that you enhance your knowledge about patterns. After this, we have secret messages as well. Now these are very interesting. So Amrita and Paritosh are writing secret messages. So they have written these secret messages. Can you tell what they are trying to say? There are 2 secret messages. Look for the pattern and find the hidden sentences. So now what we need to do is, we need to look for the hidden patterns in their secret messages, and then we need to find what exactly the message is. So they are trying to say, where are you and in the canteen. Now how can you say that they are saying where are you and in the canteen? So we need to focus on that. Now when we clearly look at the words, the letters W, H, E, R, E are clearly visible there. That is, though they have put a 3 between every letter, but still the word is visible to us when we clearly look at it. So this is the secret message, and the messages they were trying to convey were, where are you, and the reply was, in the canteen. So next there are 2 secret messages again, and we need to look for the pattern in the hidden sentences. So again what we need to do is, when we see it's 1 and then it's written I, it's 2, then it's written L, then it's 3 and then it's written O. So basically there's a number inserted between each letter, but still there's a message which says I love you. And the next message says, this book is fun. So what you need to do is, these two were the messages and these were the actual things they were trying to say. Now in the similar manner, you need to make your own secret message. So then we have even and odd number patterns. This is a whole grid given to us having numbers from 1 to 91, 1 to 100 actually. So half these numbers are in yellow. And what patterns do you see in these numbers? And then we need to continue the same pattern and fill in the blanks. So these numbers are called even numbers. 96, 98, 100, 102, all these are the even numbers and thus they continue in the same form. So we can continue this pattern till infinity because we don't have an end to the numbers. Then we have, do any of these even numbers end with 3 or 5? So as it's an even number, it must be divisible by 2. So we cannot say that it can end with 3 or 5. So thus these numbers cannot end with 3 or 5. Then what do even numbers end with? So even numbers end with 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. These are the only numbers with which even numbers will end. Then we have, look at the pattern of numbers in blue and continue the pattern and fill in the blanks. So till now we were doing it for the numbers which were in yellow boxes. Now we'll do it for blue boxes. So these numbers are called the odd numbers and the pattern will continue like 99, 101, 103, 105, 107, 109. And then these write all odd numbers between 400 and 410. So 401, 403, 405, 407 and 409 will be the odd numbers between 400 and 410. Then we need to write all the even numbers between 155 and 165. So it will be 156, 158, 160, 162, 164. Then if we add 1 to any odd number, we will get an even or an odd number. So now we know that all the even numbers have to be divided by 2 and they need to end by 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Now if we add if we take any odd number and add 1 to it, obviously it will be an even number because suppose we are taking 73 and it's ending with 3, when we add 1 we will get 4, so it will become an even number. Similarly this happens with all the odd numbers. So what do you get if you add an even number to an odd number? So if we add an even to an odd number, we get an odd number always. Suppose we add 3 plus 2, it gives us 5, which is an odd number. So this is how it goes. Then we have names in an order. So basically Adil has to arrange this list so that the names starting with A come first and then comes those with B, then with C and then with D. Number these names in the order in which they will come. So we have different names and what we need to do is we need to name them. So firstly the name starting with A is Adil. So Adil will have the number 1. The name starting with B is Baichung. So Baichung will have number 2. Then we don't have any name with C, either we don't have any name with D also. So Elvis is with E and it will have the number 3. Then we have Gurinder because we don't have any name with F, so Gurinder will be the 4th one. Then we have Harsha, which is 5th. Then we don't have any name with I, but we have it with J, so Jalaj will be the 6th one. And then Kavita, after that we have Mahadevan, then we'll have Narayan and Sharda, then we have Tisarin and Varsha. So this is how in alphabetical orders the names have been gone. Now which of the following names have the same pattern? So we need to answer Harsh, Anna, Kanak, Munna and Ongi. So we need to say that which have the same pattern. So Anna, Kanak and Munna have the same patterns. So now what you need to do is, after this chapter, we have completed a chapter, you need to do the remaining questions on your own. So you practice patterns even more and try making your own fun patterns, the number patterns, the growing patterns, as well as anything you want to, so that you clear your concepts. That's all. Thank you.